Hi everyone, welcome to my talk on memory optimization for deep networks. I am Ashka and this is work done in collaboration with Chaoyan, Jayashree, Vijay and Philip. Computational power of top-of-line GPUs increased by more than an order of magnitude in the past few years, whereas memory capacity only increased moderately. What does that mean for us? With researchers exploring deeper networks and larger batch sizes, we are bound to hit a memory capacity bottleneck before we hit a compute bottleneck. We all know what that will look like. Our models will run out of memory and training crashes. So, why does this happen? Let us try to understand what consumes memory in the GPU when we are running the forward and the backward pass of training. For each operator in the forward and the backward pass, we have local memory used. It comprises of the input to the operator, operator parameters, auxiliary memory for the workspace, and the output of the operator. We also have global memory that needs to be kept mainly from the forward to the backward pass because forward pass outputs are used as inputs to the backward pass operators. We observe that these dependencies are the major contributors to memory usage during training. We are not the first ones to have noticed this contribution of forward pass activations to memory usage. A technique called checkpointing reduces memory requirement by not storing some tensors and recomputing them from the previously stored tensors when needed. There is a trade-off between the compute cost and the memory used in this case. Another set of techniques, called operator optimizations, modify the implementation of an operator to make it more memory efficient. A convolution, for example, can have different implementations and each has a different workspace memory versus compute time trade-off. A ReLU backward, which normally takes in ReLU output, may instead use a tensor which is 32 times smaller to get to the same output, but at a slightly higher compute cost and workspace memory. Backward operators may be implemented by changing backward dependencies. For example, a ReLU backward may be computed from the ReLU output or the ReLU input. We have all these optimizations, but which ones perform the best? No system does all of them together, partly because some are mutually exclusive, but others are also complementary. Further, the best optimization may change on a case-by-case basis. We built an automated framework called Monet, which optimizes for a minimal memory versus compute trade-off when saving memory during training, while jointly optimizing techniques such as checkpointing and operator optimizations. Using Monet, we are able to reduce memory usage by 3 times while incurring 9 to 16% compute overhead over baseline PyTorch for various models including ResNet 50 and GoogleNet. To minimize compute overhead when reducing memory usage, Monet needs to make smart decisions about checkpointing and implementation of each forward operator in the network. Similarly, Monet needs to make a decision about the implementations of the backward pass operators. All these choices are not completely independent. Our goal is to find the best valid combination from all the options. So, how do we find the optimal schedule with these dependencies? The core of Monet lies in the translation of the optimization problem into a Boolean linear programming problem that can be solved using standard solvers. To represent the objective, we formulate linear expressions for the computation time in the forward pass, backward pass, and the recompute phase. We bound the peak memory used at all points by a user-provided memory budget. Most importantly, we linearize these maximum memory formulations for every operator in the forward pass, backward pass, and recomputation phase. We also add linear constraints to satisfy network dependencies. The problem can then be solved by running any off-the-shelf solver to generate an execution schedule for Monet. You can check the paper for more details about the formulation. So, how much memory can Monet save and with how much compute overhead? On the y-axis, we show the compute overhead over baseline PyTorch. The x-axis shows the memory usage of Monet schedules with different memory limits. For ResNet 50, at a minimal compute overhead of 3.2%, Monet can still save 5 GB memory as compared to PyTorch. For a slightly higher overhead of 12%, Monet reduces memory usage by 10 GB, down to 1/3 of PyTorch usage. Other evaluated models also show a similar trend. Because of optimizing for a faster convolution by using less memory, UNet and VGG16 have negative compute overhead while saving 5 to 6 GBs. Across all models, Monet reduces memory by 3x with a 9 to 16% compute overhead over PyTorch. So, Monet performs well with respect to baseline PyTorch. How does it compare against existing state-of-the-art checkpointing techniques? We compare Monet against Checkmate, a vanilla checkpointing framework that also solves an optimization problem for minimal compute overhead. The axes remain the same as before. Left and lower data points are better. For ResNet 50, Monet saves the same amount of memory as Checkmate, but at up to 11% lower computational overhead. At the same compute overhead, Monet saves about 1.4x more memory than Checkmate. The other evaluated models also show a similar trend. The initial few tensors in VGG16 model are extremely large, and it is not possible to use less than 7 GB memory for VGG16 training with just checkpointing. This is why there are no data points for Checkmate below 7 GB. Monet, on the other hand, can use less than 7 GB because intermediate operator optimizations reduce the size of the initial tensors. Across all models, Monet uses 1.2 to 1.8x less memory than Checkmate for the same computational overhead. For the same memory budget, Monet schedules are up to 34% faster than Checkmate schedules. Next, how does each optimization impact the compute overhead in Monet? We show the compute overhead for ResNet 50 and VGG16 at an 8 GB memory limit. Checkpointing gives an overhead of 9 to 40% depending on what networks we use. Selecting for convolution algorithms jointly with checkpointing helps moderately for ResNet 50 but helps a lot for VGG16. Output activated optimizations help a lot for ResNet but not much for VGG. Intermediate activated optimizations don't help at all for ResNet but help quite a bit for VGG. Optimizing all of these together in a joint optimization helps the most in both networks. So, if you choose any one of the optimization, it may or may not work well depending on the network. With Monet, the optimizations will be selected such that they work all the time and with minimal compute overhead. I encourage you all to try Monet. Monet works out of box with PyTorch 1.5.1. You just need to add a couple of lines for import and then wrap your model with a Monet wrapper. You can then run forward and backward pass on the Monet model as you normally would. We have also provided pre-computed schedules on GitHub for the models we evaluated. You can simply plug them in when training using any batch size without having to solve the optimization problem again. To conclude, Monet is a framework for memory optimization in training that is automated and creates schedules with jointly optimized global checkpointing and local operator implementations. It reduces memory usage by 3 times while incurring 9 to 16% compute overhead over PyTorch for various models like ResNet 50, GoogleNet, etc. Thank you. I will take questions now.